Boosting emotional resilience through neuroplasticity for better stress management. Learn how to build emotional strength and mental fortitude through neuroplasticity with practical coping strategies and stress management tips. Building emotional resilience through neuroplasticity. Hey, have you ever thought about how some people just seem to bounce back from tough situations way faster than others? Like no matter what life throws at them, they just keep going strong and steady. Well, a big part of that ability comes from something called emotional resilience. And it's actually tied to this cool process in the brain called neuroplasticity. Neuroplasticity is basically your brain's superpower. It's the ability to change, adapt, and grow new connections throughout your life. And the awesome part? That means we can improve how we handle stress, build emotional strength, and develop better coping strategies by training our brains the right way. Let me break it down a bit more. When we experience stressful situations or emotional setbacks, our initial reactions are often automatic, kind of like a reflex. But the brain isn't stuck in one mode forever. Through repeated practice, new habits, and awareness, we can reshape those automatic responses. This is where psychological resilience comes in. By intentionally working on how we respond to challenges, we're literally rewiring our brain for better mental fortitude. So, how do you put that into practice every day? I like to look at a few simple but powerful tools: mindfulness and meditation. Taking just a few minutes daily to focus on your breath or observe your thoughts can create calming neural pathways that help you react more calmly during stressful times. Positive self talk and reframing. Instead of letting negative feelings spiral, try catching those thoughts and reframe them in a more constructive light. This rewires your emotional intelligence and makes you better at handling setbacks. Physical exercise. It's not just for your body. Exercise releases chemicals in the brain like endorphins that boost mood and improve overall brain function, fueling resilience. Building support networks. Connecting with friends, family, or support groups strengthens emotional resources, making stress management easier and more effective. But sometimes there are these tiny traumas, small, everyday emotional wounds that get overlooked. They might feel minor, but they can accumulate and chip away at your emotional strength over time. That's why ripple effects, transforming tiny traumas, is such a useful resource. The book shares insights on how even these tiny moments impact your brain's wiring and practical strategies to heal and build resilience from the ground up. What's great about using neuroplasticity principles is that improving your psychological resilience doesn't have to be some huge leap. It's the ripple effects from small, consistent changes. Over time, you start seeing real shifts in your emotional intelligence and coping strategies, helping you better manage stress and build the mental fortitude needed for life's ups and downs. If you're curious to get a clearer roadmap on how to work through those unnoticed emotional bruises and strengthen your emotional framework, I highly recommend checking out Ripple Effects, Transforming Tiny Traumas. It's packed with practical tips and science backed techniques that anyone can use to boost their stress management skills and emotional strength. Emotional resilience isn't about avoiding challenges. It's about meeting them head on with a brain that's trained to keep going no matter what. And thanks to neuroplasticity, that kind of mental fortitude is something you can grow every day. So, if you want to take control of how you handle life struggles, start small, stay consistent, and consider diving deeper into those tiny traumas that might be holding you back. Your brain and your future self will thank you for it. Ready to boost your emotional resilience and make stress management a lifestyle? Purchase the book now and start transforming those tiny traumas into long lasting emotional strength.